only the successful shows get more than one season.
That's it.
There's so many shows out there, people don't even realize they get the axe at the season one. Netflix is axing everything at the season one.
Yeah, they give you one shot.
But the problem with them is the content. They want too much content, and everybody not watch. People like to watch what they like to watch. They ain't trying to start nothing new, especially when you already got 12 things you watch. Like, but
right.
whatever. Design flaw, but you mad because people sharing passwords though. Grow the fuck up.
Rufus Buck. Check. I'm a son of a slave. Please don't give me free when I can stomach the brave. When describing the country, go we dug up his graves.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
We
Sean,
back.
We feels back. Good.
We are back. People have been missing us too.
I feel like Jordan, man.
Sean and Sean talk about shit. Season 2,
episode 1
has arrived.
Man, bro.
Has arrived. We took some time off. We wanted to get ourselves right. We wanted to rethink the show. And we're gonna keep it real. We ain't do none of that. We ain't do none of that.
It was a lot of stuff happening, Sean. It's a lot of stuff.
There was a lot going on in life, man. There was Easter. We were gonna go last week, but then the high holy days hit.
Yeah, we had Passover, right?
Yeah.
It was Ramadan. The whole thing is happening.
It's like,
Sean.
man, like
I moved.
You moved, right? And while we are great in our own ways, should we compete with Easter? We decided not to. You saw what happened to the Pharaoh when he competed with Easter.
Yeah,
when he tried to compete with not with Easter, but he tried to compete with stuff that he didn't understand. We were well aware.
Yeah, indeed.
So
I got the
message.
Decided
to take that weekend off.
I'm gonna let it go ahead and pass on.
I'm gonna let it pass on over. Close the door, Joshua, and let death pass.
That's it. Yo, I'm happy to be back, sir.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna get right into this, man. We're gonna get right into season 2. By the way, that was Jamil Honesty in our open song with Rebello. We're gonna try to get a different one going this season, maybe a different song from a different artist every season, but we're gonna keep it strong with Jamil Honesty right now. So while we were out, so much happened. And we're going to backtrack a little bit, and we're going to start with the slap heard around the world on live television.
On live TV.
Yes.
First of all.
Yes.
This is why I don't watch TV.
Uh-huh.
Because you never know what's going to happen, Sean.
Uh-huh.
I need to expect my TV. I'm old school like that, right?
Okay.
Show me the script and the things. I'm not into reality TV.
Uh-huh. I'm with it.
It was just a little too real for me.
So this is my thing. You know how I feel about disrespect. I think you react to disrespect way worse than I do. I'm the type of guy to be like, when I get disrespected, it takes me a couple seconds for my mind to say, that really just happened? And then I react. You have this radar where you recognize it immediately.
Shout out to Chicago.
Yeah. So with that being said, a slap is no need for my mind to think about anything being disrespectful. I know it's disrespected. I know I've been disrespected. And to me, a slap constitutes death or traction.
It's like spitting.
Yes, that's the other thing. That's you don't need to know that you're being disrespected if you've been spit on. Correct. Go ahead, brother.
It's spit and then it's a slap, an open hand slap.
Yes.
Someone can punch you all day long. Somebody can punch you in the mouth. You're like, okay, I got punched in the mouth.
Right.
When you get slapped with an open hand, fam,
right,
that's personal.
Right.
You got a personalized invitation to what the middle of my hand looked like.
And Chris Rock, he handled it perfectly, I think. And I know we talked about this off the record, and now this is the first time we're talking about it on the record on our show. But I think Chris Rock reacted the way he did just because in the act of the slap, Will Smith had a smirk on his face. Mm-hmm. He was smirking the entire time. So like Chris Rock is like, what's happening? Is this real? What's going on? Then he gets slapped, and then he still don't believe what happened. And then he realized how serious it was when Will Smith gets back to his seat and starts all the cursing.
Yes. Now, it's a few things happening there for me, Sean.
Okay.
Number one, right? Like people kept talking about, for me, people kept saying, well, Sean, you know, if you go to a black comedy show, or if you go to a comedy show and you sit toward the front, you got to expect that to happen.
Right.
They wasn't at a comedy show. They was at the Oscars.
They was at the Oscars. It don't get no bigger in television for awards. They only televise the big awards, y'all. First of all, they only televise the big ones. And then you talking about the award shows on the big three. The only thing that get televised for everybody on the big three is country. First of all,
that's it.
There's 12 country awards. They all get put on one of the big threes.
Yes.
You know, BET, nah. Yeah, you might be on BET running simultaneously on MTV and VH1, but you ain't getting on the big three with the MTV awards. But these country shows, they do it somehow. Every country show is on the big three. But this happened at the largest event for what we do.
Indeed.
For other than the Emmys, this is the largest event for what we do for a living, you and I. And it was just completely crazy to me. I couldn't believe it. I didn't see it when it happened. I was watching something else, and then I got pinged on my phone, and I went and watched it.
You sound like everybody. So they ranks was tanking. Their ratings were tanking, and then everybody turned it on after the slap, right? But again, like I said, there was a couple that Chris Rock was making fun of directly sitting behind Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. And in that conversation that he had then, when he was talking to them, he told the husband, he said, you better hope that your wife win and then you win.
Oh, yes.
If she don't win and then you win, it's going to be a problem.
Right.
He said, that's when he said, he is probably hoping right now that Will Smith wins. You made a good, calm, clean joke with them.
Right.
You looked at Jada Pinkett Smith and immediately said something derogatory. Now, I don't know where all the stand up for black women is at, but for some reason, when Will Smith stood up for his black woman, everybody had an issue with the fact that he's standing up for her.
I can tell you what that is about. I can tell you what that's about.
Go for it.
I think that people are tired of Jada Pinkett. I think people tired of it. And then and the way she carried it after Will did that, it shows why people are tired of her. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, Sean. They don't be at the crib when she at the crib crying about how her alopecia is affecting her life. They don't get a chance to listen to that.
Right.
But you know who do? Will Smith get a chance to listen to that. So when you up here and you making jokes because you think that should look cute and cool, right? You not understanding the passion that he got to feel for his wife when he listening to her talk about alopecia at the crib, right? So now you make this joke on national TV. We just said one of the biggest events of television in the night, in the year. You couldn't say nothing positive. You went to G.I. Jane. Oh, come on, really?
Yeah, it was a terrible joke. I mean, it got a couple chuckles in the room, even from Will Smith himself. And then he looked over and saw the stern look on his wife. You know, and
remember though, Sean. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Remember, first of all, we dealing with a 5-second delay. Right? On TV.
Yeah.
We don't know if Will Smith is coming off of the previous joke when the dude just said, you better hope Will Smith win. We don't know if that's what he's laughing at. Right? All we know is that the way that the show is cut, it looks like Will Smith is laughing at this Jada Pinkett joke and then gets angry and then goes to defend. No, he laughing at this joke probably behind him. Understand that this man is talking about his wife. Now he on. Let's go smack.
So what's the point of the fight? What's the point? Like, we know why they do delays because of Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. And Justin Timberlake. That's why they do delays on live television now. But if it was so delayed, why show the slap? Like, why not? I don't understand. Like, why go to it? Was it for ratings? Like, because it happened well before they could have pulled it, and we would only known about it on Twitter. We'd only known about it through what we saw from people's video cameras, their phone cameras and things of that nature. So why didn't they pull that? Why didn't they stop that as a delay, and just cut to something else, or cut to, I don't know. It was weird.
Think about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett though, right now, Sean. You talking about Jada Pinkett and Will Smith right now, that's gonna be ratings automatically. So you got the Oscars, the biggest night in TV, one of the biggest nights in TV for the year.
Right.
A Will Smith smack over Jada Pinkett to Chris Rock of all people. Yes, you're gonna air this, Sean. Because everybody did what you did. Right? Everybody who has the ability to access the big three, the moment they heard about this smack, they turned on it. The smack is over.
Yeah.
People went straight to the Oscars.
Yeah.
And finished out the show.
So so this is my thing. I am digging. I understand what you're saying. Nobody's at the house with them when they going through their stuff. Yeah. Even though Jada airs it out weekly. She airs it out. We all know what's going on in their house all the time. So how did you feel when she came out and said she's not the type of woman that needs to be defended, and she wished he would have handled it differently?
Here's the thing. He did. Listen, please. And I said this to you like when we was offline. I don't think it have nothing to do with defending Jada Pinkett per se, right? Her honor necessarily. It is the understanding that Will Smith has as a husband. He's defending the pain that they deal with as a couple. Right. You understand? Yeah. I don't think that lady say a lot of wild stuff. So you can't really put too much on what she got going on. She trying to create a career for herself, right? I'm just saying she could say what she wants. I personally don't feel like, I feel like Will Smith was defending the disability, like the feeling of the disability itself. I don't think it was necessarily him defending her. It just was saying, Chris Rock, you should know your audience, because some people they suffering from things that are in the quiet. Okay. I feel you, but I would have been okay with Will just yelling from his seat. I'd have been okay with that. Him yelling to keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. I'd have been okay if that would have been his reaction. But what if he did that? Like Chris Rock, a comedian. Right. If Will Smith say that from the seat, Sean, you know Chris Rock gonna foul off with something slick if he don't get smacked in the mouth first. Right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't. It was the intrusion of space for me that really kind of turned me off. Also, this isn't Will Smith's first time getting into a fight at the Oscars. Like he punched what's the actor's name from Training Day? Ethan Hawke. He punched Ethan Hawke in the eye during when they had Training Day, when Denzel was up, and Ethan Hawke was talking all kinds of trash because I think Denzel was up for his role in Training Day, and Will Smith was up for Ali, I think. Those around the same time, right? Right. Yeah, maybe it was another role before then. And they got into a fight because Ethan Hawke was talking trash and Will Smith just punched him in the face. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. Now, everybody seen the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We just assumed that his mom put him on the plane because the people was messing with him. Nah, maybe that's not what it was, Sean. Maybe Will Smith got a habit of smacking people in the mouth when they get disrespectful. Well, if that's the case, he need to make more music that sound more like Wu-Tang. Because you're going to be singing about Miami and having all these colors and bouncing around in all your videos and call yourself the Fresh Prince. Ain't nobody going to be scared of you. That's why he do it, though. Maybe he lives for the smackable moment, man. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know what to be up and down on. Both of them seem to have their careers are pointing up. Chris Rock is doing numbers off the chart right now for his stand-up tour. I'll say this and then we'll close it out. But a couple of weeks before the Oscars at the SAG Awards, they were being interviewed on the red carpet by Laverne Cox. And she was talking to Will Smith about his role of King Richard, this, that, and the other. And then when they were done,
Laverne Cox turned to Jada, was like, okay, we done with him. Jada, what's up? We want to hear more about these entanglements. And so I do think that it's just the slap was him. That was probably a last straw. You know what I'm saying? Because he dealt with that and on the red carpet with Laverne Cox. He ain't going to slap Laverne Cox.
I mean, that's a woman. You can't see that's going to look like domestic violence.
Yeah, you're not going to slap the Laverne Cox.
Imagine Will Smith going to punch a lady for talking about his wife. That's going to look strange.
It's going to look strange. It's going to look strange. I'm just
saying, Chris Rock, I always say, Sean, you got to know your audience. You was at a big night. You chose this black woman to say, like a black family, to say disrespectful stuff about. You didn't choose the family behind them to say nothing disrespectful. You came with this one. It's something in that. And you only felt comfortable because they was black, fam. So give it up.
Yeah, maybe he thought they was just all family. And like you said, it was in the wrong moment. Maybe he wouldn't have reacted if it was a joke privately. You know, maybe it would have went across differently. But we'll never know. It happened. The slap happened. It's now called Don't Get Willed. From what I understand, that's what my daughter told me, I think. Don't get willed. So that's what it is, man. Like an open hand slap to me again is like an invitation to a duel. And if Will would have did that to me if I was the host, yeah, one of us would have had to die, or one of us would have left in traction. And yeah, it would have went down. But we'll be right back.
Tutors in the school, the system got us fooled, they in division 2. It's all a joke, parody, hoax, travesty, hope. We lost it on our way to a land where tragedy's close. Post arrival, no survival, what matters the most.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Welcome back, y'all.
Sean and Sean Talk About Shit, Season 2, Episode 1. We kicking it off here.
Yeah, this one I put my serious voice on. We got to talk about.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about like what's going on with the sports world when it's when we're talking about transgender.
Yes, indeed.
Transgender people. Say again, bro.
Transgender people in sports.
Transgender people in sports. That's what we're going to talk about. And the reason why we're talking about it is because there has been a shift in the balance of female sports when it comes to some people that were born as male but identified as women, and they go through sex changes, or they don't, or they just identify. They're now being allowed in some cases to participate in female sports. And as much as they think of themselves as females, they still have the bodies of men, and they are dominating these sports. What do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like this, man. You know, back in the days, right? We saw Joanna Man, and they made kind of light of this same situation. Right. And while I'm not saying that Joanna Man was transgender, the topic of the movie was this situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So how do I feel? I mean, competition is going to be what it is, right? But is it unfair? It depends.
Okay. So let's break it down into sport by sport. How about wrestling?
It depends. And I'm going to say this first at the beginning, right?
Okay.
I'm going to say it depends because it depends on how much the person was using muscle first.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because if you don't have, like, if you haven't been training in this sport and your skill set is whack, then that's one thing. But if you was training in this sport, right, and then you your gender identity changed, right, or your gender identity changed, right, then I feel like that is an issue because your body already has muscle memory. You will dominate. That would be the equivalent of let's just say an NBA star like LeBron James, right? You playing basketball for 30 years, and you just like, if he felt the point was, oh, I've my whole life I've been feeling like I was a woman, and then he goes through the necessary things that need to change, and then decides to join the WNBA and dominate. Like at that point, she would dominate, right? Because it's 30 years worth of muscle. It don't even matter how much time that LeBron would play after that, right? You could play for 6 years. You would win championships all 6 years.
Okay. All right. I'm tracking on that. Like I like 44-year-old me. If I went transgender, I'm not beating Allison Felix in the 100-yard dash.
Right.
But 22-year-old me who ran track in college,
it's a different story.
It's a different sport. It's different. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about this swimmer for the University of Pennsylvania, Leah Catherine Thomas, who identified is born a male, identifies as a female, and is beginning to transition, is now been cleared to participate in women's swimming on the women's swim team. And she's been breaking records and dominating. Now, based on what you said earlier, I look at things as like, what would your body do to enhance you? You know what I'm saying? So you remember Oscar Pistorius, the Blade Runner?
Yes.
The guy that had the legs.
South Africa, right?
Yes. He's in jail now for murdering his girlfriend.
Yeah, his girlfriend.
On Valentine's Day. Yeah. So my thing with him was, I didn't think it was fair that he was able to run against people that had calves, because you get calf burn when you run track. Your lactic acids kick in, and that's what makes you go slower as the race goes on. He has no calf burn. Anybody that's ran he ran the 400 meter dash, which used to be called a run when I started track. I don't know when it became a sprint and they put a dash, but it's a dash now. Ain't nothing dashing about it. If you ever ran 400 meters, ain't nothing dashing about it. Ain't nothing. But he didn't have calf burn. You know what I'm saying? So, and his legs were set up. I believe they kind of were set up to spring him a little bit, spring him forward. Now he did not have the spikes, the shoes that you wear in track and field, because his legs didn't allow it. But I thought that he was at some kind of advantage, and he didn't win, but he did place in the top 3, top 4. He didn't win, but I wonder if that was him laying back. You know, I gotta wonder.
It might have been. It might have been.
So when we talk about this swimmer, she has the makeup of a man. Yes. The thighs, the height, the shoulder. I know they're talking about, it's not fair because the shoulders, when you swim, your whole body is used. It ain't just about the shoulders. The whole body is used. She has a muscular advantage that these female swimmers do not.
And that's a definite thing though, Sean, in real life. That's a for real actual thing, right?
Yeah.
So like I told you like a couple years ago, political correctness get to a point where it's going to punch itself in the face, right? Now you at a point where you have one or two choices. You could either create a set of sports that is co-ed, right? Where it's men and women together doing these sports, right? Competing.
Yeah.
Right? Which is, be fair, you are going to run the risk of women's sports being affected by feminism.
So what do you think about a transgender category though? Do you think that's something that could be something put out in the future, or you think that the critics will be too much on it?
If you think about that, same segregationist. I'm saying I'm only going to do this league specifically for these. Nope. That's segregations. I'm telling you that you're going to be separate, set apart. No, the only way to fix it.
But all sports is segregated
in to a small degree.
Yeah.
Right. We would be. I just don't think it would. I think it would face more challenge than it would embracing. Right. It sounds like a solid idea because it would be allowing people to live their full self.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, somebody is going to see that as being dismissive. Right. Because you saying that these people can't compete with other people. Like that's what it's gonna boil down to. You saying that this group of people shouldn't compete with other people. That's how I see it. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna how some people gonna see it. The only way to do it is to make a co-ed sport where everybody gets a chance to compete together, right? But I'm telling, if it stay in the lane that it's in right now, it's gonna face some opposition from feminism. Yeah, feminists everywhere are gonna be like, hell no, that's not real. But then at the same time, though, you telling this female that they can't be a female and participate in female sports. Nobody's saying that a transgender man can't go and compete in male sports. You can't go for it. Nobody telling you can't. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. But you know, it's one of those things. This is a tricky subject, man. You know, me growing up playing sports and being involved in three to four sports, you know, growing up, it was, you know, it's one of those things when you play sports as much as you do, you think about stuff like that because everything is separated by gender, you know, even, you know, even like when you think about the Winter Olympics, like, yeah, the curling teams are mixed, you know, because you can, the skills are equal, you know, in curling. There's very little muscle used. It's more strategy than anything. But when you think about a sport like the luge, why is that separated? They're using the same track. They're using the same rules. And why is there a men's luge and a women's luge? Why isn't that mixed? You know what I'm saying? Or why don't the women compete? Why is it just one category where they all compete? And then if you want to make it separate, do it by weight. Like, so these people are doing the luge and they got to do the time based on their sled weighing this much on this track, you know, now stuff like that.
That's innovative.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it. I know that it's already tough for women to feel anything of importance, especially in this country, around the world. And I don't know, man. I'm not against what Leah is doing, but it's kind of hard for me to grasp it just because of what I said earlier with Oscar Pistorius, you know.
Indeed.
Because I just feel like he just had a major advantage. And if sports are supposed to be fair and the ultimate competition, you know, and he's giving these ladies the ultimate competition. She's breaking records left and right, you know. So I just don't know what to think about it. And I don't know what the fallout is going to be. You know, I don't know what the fallout is going to be.
I mean, there's a lot that's going to come with it. Like, there's a lot to have in that conversation, man. Like, it's not a cut and dry conversation.
No.
And that's what I think people want to have. They want to have this is how we going to handle this. And you can't handle it like that. That's not what we're doing. We live in a country now where people are saying that your identity is the basis for your being, right? So everybody is free to live how they want to live. Is it unfortunate that Leah Thomas was born with male muscle for the women that she competed against? Yeah. But for Leah Thomas, it's not like a bad thing. I mean, it's just one of them that it's a women's sport.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Leah Thomas is a transgender woman. She's allowed to compete. That's what women's rights is all about, right?
That's the bottom line.
Getting a chance to do what women's supposed to do when women want to do it. Regardless of how people feel about the fact that Leah Thomas is a woman, Leah Thomas is a woman competing in women's sports and winning. Like, you're supposed to win when you compete. That's what she's doing. Okay. Be mad if you want to. It's nothing I can say to make it.
There is nothing you can say. I mean, but I do know how all the other ladies are feeling. You know, because like that's a Division I college. You know, there are other swimmers there that are on scholarship that earn spots on the team. There was a junior that thought they were going to be getting a spot on the squad and got bumped and isn't able to compete. Like, you know, or maybe they transferred or whatever. But Yeah, there's only but so many scholarships you can give, and somebody is definitely struggling or feeling left out or is left out because she took somebody's spot.
The question is going to be the Olympics, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way Leah Thomas can win all of these awards, set all these records, and then when it's trial time for the Olympics, not be able to compete for the trials.
Well, the Olympics is different because the Olympics is not a professional thing. It's an amateur. It's an amateur event. So
I know. And college people typically go to the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to swimming. That's why we've seen Katie Ledecky and all these people a few years ago, right? So now it's going to be college time, picking the Olympics in 2024, cuz. It's in 2 years. In 2 years, Leah Thomas still going to have these broken records. Tell me when they say that Leah Thomas ain't going to the women's swimming thing, that's when there's going to be an issue. I promise.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I'm interested in this. It is a very good topic. It is a tough one to approach and talk about because I don't want to offend anybody. It's the last thing I want to do, but it's something that I felt like we should talk about and not be afraid to approach. Like,
for sure,
it's not how we live on this show. But yeah, I definitely look from a standpoint of a person that tried to do everything the right way when I played sports and be as fair and competitive and work hard. I know when I was playing football in high school, it wouldn't have been fair for Bo Jackson to show up to my practice and say, tackle me. We're going to end it here because I think that's a good place to end it, but I'm just not with it. We're going to be back and we're going to talk about the NBA playoffs and some other things.
Tutors in the school, the system got us fooled, they in division 2. It's all a joke, parody, hoax, travesty, hope. We lost it on our way to a land where tragedy's close. Post-arrival, no survival when matters the most.
Welcome back to Sean and Sean Talk About Shit, Season 2, Episode 1.
Yep.
Sean.
Yeah.
Even though I'm taking a sabbatical from professional sports.
Okay.
I still get on Twitter every day. The NBA playoffs is going on. My goodness, Sean. It's very difficult to not try to tune in to some of these games that I don't think I should be tuning into.
It's been something, man. And I love the NBA. I love NBA playoffs. I have not been watching like I thought I would be watching because there's stuff on my DVR that I've been catching up on. So I've been missing. And usually the first round of the playoffs it's usually the good teams against the teams that don't belong there anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's honestly what's happening. Like you got the teams that did the play in that are getting destroyed by the first and second teams in the league, you know, in their divisions. So I haven't been watching it, but I have been watching the highlights. It's been some good stuff, man.
Everybody talking about this Boston and Brooklyn series because Brooklyn's down 2-0.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
The NBA has scripts for this. Okay. This is why they write the script. So people can get into it. Oh, Boston up 2-0. And so the NBA is deciding bring Ben Simmons back. Right. The Ben Simmons joint, Brooklyn to win, and all is right with the world.
I mean, but is Ben Simmons bringing back a basketball player that doesn't like to shoot the ball? Is that the answer?
He don't need to shoot with Brooklyn.
I mean, but if that's the case, we already know both Kyrie and KD can create their shot anywhere. So why do you need him? Because
they can't create a shot against Boston. Right? Boston plays for some pretty solid defense. They know who to defend. And I mean, why you got what's the guy's name? Johnson? The shooting guy who was going off the other day with Steph Curry. Well, you got them two guys who can shoot. The reality is you need KD and Kyrie to be able to get off, right? Ben Simmons is a facilitator. So you bring him in, he can run up and down the court. He's gonna attract some attention. He gives the opportunity for the dish to happen. So
Ben Simmons hasn't played basketball in a year and a half, Sean. He is not going to be. He is in the NBA. He is not going to be in playoff ready shape. Like
he hasn't played in the NBA.
Huh?
Ben Simmons been hooping for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
He's been hooping every day, 2 years.
Yeah.
He just haven't played an NBA game.
Right.
He hooping, cuz.
I wonder how effective he's going to be because I just don't know. We already know he a head case, and you going to send a head case to be your floor general in the Boston Garden? Really? You thought he was a head case in Philly? Like Boston, they call you whatever skin color you are. That's what they calling you. They don't care. Have you seen the Lakers show? Have you seen when they went to the Garden? Showtime, the Rise of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yo, I was crying, dude. I was
Garden. Oh my God.
I was crying.
I've been to the Boston Garden before, and that was accurate. I've been to the new Boston Garden, not the old one. I went about 10 years ago. We were on a shoot with the unit on the USS Constitution up there, and we had a free day and a night, so we decided to go to Celtics game. They were playing the Wizards, and we sat near the top. And these people in Boston are a whole different breed of people. And I got family in Boston. I got family living in Mattapan, but this is a whole breed of people. Every insult starts with your skin. If it don't start with your skin, it's going to lead to what you are or what your mother was or what your father was. And these people it's real. It's real to life. Like I even heard veterans get attacked. Like that night we were in the Garden. They did, you know how these places, they do the veteran appreciation, and they did fan appreciation. I guess the last 3 times it was a veteran that had just come back. So they announced this during the TV break that they were going to bring this fan out. And these people sitting behind us were like, I hope it's not another punk ass veteran. I'm like, oh my God. Like Boston. Are you for real?
Yeah, that's how Boston get down.
So I don't know that Ben Simmons is going to fare well mentally in that situation. I mean, he did play in Philly, but Philadelphia fans shut him down.
Indeed. He may not play, super duper all-star level. He just needed to get 8 passes. Right? But then there's some other basketball happening, Sean.
Yeah.
Because the Bulls is playing actual basketball.
Yeah, the Bulls are looking good. They're up what, 2-0 or 3?
No, it's 1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1. Okay. Who they playing? The Bucks.
The Bucks, yeah.
The Bucks, right. It's a local thing almost. Yeah. So I like both of those teams. I can't call it. I'm gonna call it for the Bulls now because Chris Middleton is out. He's not coming back for this series because of his hamstring. And that puts a lot of pressure on Giannis. People forget last year Giannis had 50 points in that game, that closeout game to win the championship against the Suns. But Chris Middleton had 40.
He definitely had 40 points, sir.
He had 41 and Giannis had 50. That's 91 of your points.
And they only scored like 130 that day?
It was something like that. Yeah. And 2 of your players accounted for 91 of that. So Chris Middleton not being around is going to hurt them. Chicago plays bully ball. Their defense is tough, just like Boston's. Whoever come out of the East they're going to be a good defensive team. It ain't going to be, it's not going to be Brooklyn. Brooklyn don't have the defense.
Nah, not yet.
They don't have the defense. They don't have the coaching. Steve Nash is not that guy. They need like a Doc Rivers, or somebody that is defensive minded.
Dwayne Casey.
Oh, Casey. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. He won Coach of the Year.
With
the Toronto team. They fired him.
Yeah, he got fired after he was Coach of the Year.
And then Toronto won the championship that next year.
Yeah, that also sounds like Golden State.
It does. But Mark Jackson finna go coach LA, so we solid.
You think so? LeBron on that stuff, man. You couldn't pay me.
It might not be that LA.
Oh, you think about the Clips?
It might be the Clips.
Okay. So moving on with the NBA playoffs, I noticed that they showed in the play-in rounds last week, they showed Zion doing a 360 dunk before the game. And in my mind, if you could do a 360 dunk, you could play in the game. Don't you think?
It's the same thing Ben Simmons got going on. These cats been hooping, Sean. Mm-hmm. They've been hooping. That's what they do for a living. They've been hooping.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the NBA is a soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
Without the drama, you don't build the NBA. Remember, before 75, the NBA don't have a story.
True.
It's just guys playing basketball. Magic and Bird show up, and there's a story for the NBA, becomes a soap opera. We, as a sports fan, Sean, just think about it. Them years when Michael Jordan couldn't win the chip, right? And cats created the Michael Jordan rules, or when we got Hack and Shaq. These are all soap opera things that we just tired us. Oh yeah, I can't wait to watch this game. I want to see how they gonna hack Shaq and see if he could break the backboard. I want to see if they gonna hack Mike and he could do some reverse ish.
Okay,
it's all about the dramatics of it, man. We know, like, they want people to build up that liking for that New Orleans team because you have a really strong young team down there.
Yeah.
Because Zion had got injured, the team didn't get a chance to get off the way that they needed to. So how do you bring drama back to it? You show Zion practicing around the team, show him do some cool stuff, and you like, yeah, when he come back next year, it's on.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Minnesota and Memphis, though.
Yeah.
Ja Morant just yesterday got the very first ever triple-double for Memphis Grizzlies playoff time.
Are you serious? Mike Conley didn't do that? Wow. No. Mike Conley
did different, and he had 3 blocks.
Mike Conley did not do that.
No. So Ja Morant had 16, 10, 10, and 3.
So this is how I look at Ja Morant. I love Ja Morant. I think he's very talented, very, very athletic, but he plays in the paint way too much for me. And that is not a style that's going to hold up with his body.
Allen Iverson, man.
Allen Iverson, Derrick Rose. Yeah, Derrick Rose. Like, it's not, you liken it to the running quarterback. You know, the running quarterback is brilliant. But what running quarterback do you know that makes it past 3 or 4 years in NFL? 5 years. A running quarterback that doesn't develop themselves into a thrower eventually. Indeed. Like Randall Cunningham did it, but he was just his arm was just as strong as his legs. Like, he was just as accurate, you know? But yeah, Ja Morant, I like him, but I think he plays in the paint way too much for a 6'2" or however tall he is. Point guard, you know.
It's all AI fault.
Yeah. Explosive. I love him. And I hope he doesn't get hurt, but his style of play is not long for the professional ranks.
It's not, bro.
It's not. I like him a lot, but you keep going in there against Big Cat. Big Cat gonna put you on the ground one of these times. Like, especially after he go home and hear your post game stuff. You know, talking about we want the smoke. Give you the smoke.
All of it.
Yeah. Give you the smoke. Yeah. Before we move on, I want to talk about Jay Wright. Miss Jay Wright retired yesterday, the head coach of Villanova. Right, not far from us in Philly. Been there for over 20 years, won 2 championships, including that amazing buzzer beater a few years ago against North Carolina when Jordan was in the crowd. Yes. One of the craziest ends you'll ever see to a game. So congratulations, Jay Wright. Made it to the Final Four this year.
We up on you, man.
Yeah, we up on you, Jay Wright. Well done. Good recruiting. Enjoy your time and tell the rest of your boomers to go home like you are. We want a chance to lead.
And I want to spend some money before I die, G.
Yes. We want a chance to be in charge of shit. Please.
Give us 20 years, G.
Yes. We don't want to be the forgotten generation. We're already a micro generation. Generation X. Generation X.
We will gladly close out like 20 years. We just need 20 years.
Just give us some time. Let us make some decisions, please. It's Pelosi. Go home. Like, come on. Give us a shot. That's all I'm asking for. Man. Whatever. I'm ready to go tail off into something else, man. But we'll be right back.
Tutors in the school, the system got us fooled, they in division 2. It's all a joke, parody, hoax, travesty, hope. We lost it on our way to a land where tragedy's close. Post-arrival, no survival when matters the most.
Welcome back. Sean and Sean Talk About Shit, Season 2, Episode 1. What's up, Sean?
Sean, let me tell you this story, man. So,
okay.
I'm the person who, like, I don't do well with curbside delivery. I don't do well with DoorDash and things like that. Somehow, something always get messed up. So let me tell you, man.
Okay.
It's we just moved into our house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had an appointment for the people putting up the blinds to come like last Sunday or something.
Okay, yeah.
My wife said, "Hey, they coming at 9, and it's just make sure you here." So, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I placed an order at Home Depot to pick up like a weed whacker,
mm-hmm.
and that's it, a weed whacker and a rake.
Okay.
Sean, I placed the order 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Around 8:00, they sent me a text message saying, "Mr. Johnson, your order's ready."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I get in my car, I drive up there. Now it's like 8:20 when I'm driving up here.
Okay.
I get to the store every bit of 8:40. And I hit the little curbside thing. Hey, I'm here. Well, no, it's 8:30. I hit the curbside. I'm here. I wait. It's 8:45.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's come outside or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I walk inside the dang Home Depot. Everybody in customer service is standing together, huddled, having a conversation.
See, I wish I'd have known this story was going here because I cannot stand that.
You'd have thought I was the supervisor.
Oh, my goodness.
I came in the store and everybody now is doing the cockroach effect, right?
Right.
It's like breaking apart. And then I get "Sir, can I help you?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I've been sitting outside. I checked in for curbside 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And nobody's been there to help me, or nobody called my phone or nothing."
Mm-hmm.
But he says, "Oh, do you have an order?" Well, no. I'm the guy who showed up at curbside to place a curbside delivery.
Right.
It's ridiculous. So I explained to it. Yes, I have an order that has been made ready for pickup. She goes to pick it up, and I'm like following her to pick it up. And then as she's returning to the customer service area, she's walking past me.
Mm.
I said, "Ma'am, I'm right here." She said, "Yeah, I was just going to go back to the register and give it to you there."
Mm.
Why?
Mm.
I said, "Do you have to check anything out on the register?"
Mm.
No. So why would you go to the register and give it to me and I'm standing here, not at the register?
Right.
Sean, I grabbed it from her. I said, "Ma'am, thank you. The door is right here. I just want to go out the door. So thank you so much." I got in my car. Lo and behold, late for when the move doing the
blinds people. Uh-huh.
It was terrible, dude.
That's terrible, man. That's horrible. I hate bad customer service, man. Like if you don't like your job, then find something better or just don't work it. Like you don't have to work. It's just something that you should do. It's like it's not something you have to do. Like,
That's the last, Sean, I'm pretty sure on the last question that every customer service interview is, do you like people?
Do you like
right?
people?
If the answer is yes, you don't get the job. You are automatically not going to be qualified. If you say, "No, I don't like people," they like, "Okay, Jeff will be calling you for your second interview."
Exactly. Tomorrow. Every job I used to do, if I killed it on the interview for customer, when those little jobs that don't, they just jobs for them. If they like you, you getting hired right there. If they say, "Hey, we be in touch," you know what's up. You know what's up. Yeah. So that's terrible, man. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I don't have anything really that bad for me. Like I did let my son-in-law and my daughter use my truck to go to Disney last week. And you know how I feel about my truck.
Wait.
Yeah.
The truck?
Yeah. Papa Midnight.
Oh
yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. I let him use Papa Midnight to go to Disney last week. And they gave him back to me, but it wasn't clean like I like it clean. So I couldn't get mad because I could be very anal retentive when it comes to stuff like that. But it looked like they wiped down my back seat with a honey bun. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids had a honey bun back there and just used it like a sponge on my seat.
Can you stop? Stop.
So I gotta go and get that taken care of soon. But
they use honey bun disinfectant wipes.
I don't know what they did, but it looked like an F your couch N-word moment happened in the back of my truck. So
I'm crying.
So I gotta get that taken care of. But other than that.
Shout out to them for being responsible enough to try to clean it enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was like, it was they brought it back to me. That was, but it wasn't. And when I gave it to them, it wasn't clean. I didn't clean it out. I didn't take it through the washer or anything like that. I just kind of wiped it down a little bit on the inside, and because my truck is never really dirty in the first place. Indeed, so it's just a little cleanup, here and there. But yeah, it's all good. It just was
surprising to listen to you say that somebody's hands touched the steering wheel and somebody's feet touched the pedal.
Yeah.
Right. And the vessel was actually in movement and you wasn't around.
Yeah. Well, I was out of town for work last week too. So that also helped soothe my mind a little bit as to the fact that I didn't have it. Because if I wasn't out of town last week for work, they wouldn't have had it. He'd have been with me. But I figure, they going, I'm gonna pitch in and do what I can do to help, but yeah, the back of my truck, the seat, yeah. And then my sister Dana was in the back. She was like, "You don't want to come look at the back of this door?" I'm like, "No, I don't." I'm just gonna drive it off.
That is such an instigator.
I'm gonna go and drive it to somewhere and have them just clean it and just give me the bill.
I gotta take my glasses off for this. Dana, you an instigator, G. You focus.
Yeah, so but I'm changing. I'm growing. I'm growing as a person. I'm changing.
Shout out to season 2, Sean. That's
we here. Season 2. All new dirty tricks. None of the old stuff.
That's it, baby. You better pay attention closely.
All right, people. We'll be back next week. Thank you for listening. Help keep continue to help us build our audience. We love you. We like all the feedback. And we take it to heart, and we say something that you don't like. We always apologize at the next episode, don't we?
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
because what you think matters to us. So keep it up, keep listening, and we are out of here until next week.
Obligatory change. His story never changed. The history shall remain. We blame the bishops on the pew, tutors in the school. The system got us fooled, they in division too.